Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Butholt, I appreciate all of your hard work that you and your staff have put in over the last several months working on tax reform. I do want to ask you a question about some of the assumptions that you made in your macroeconomic analysis that you and your colleagues on JCT just recently released on Monday. In that analysis, you raised the possibility that taxpayers could have a specific dollar amount to leave to their heirs, and repealing the death tax could allow those taxpayers to reach that target earlier, reducing their incentive to work. And can you briefly tell me why you made that assumption? I mean, I was puzzled by it because I think alone in this room of people that realizing that higher tax burdens and higher tax rates can disincentivize work, but I've never heard of disincentivizing work by eliminating a tax.
Well, it's not an assumption. What we were discussing in that aspect of JCX 66, which is the report you're referring to, Ms. Noem, is that there's some empirical evidence that there's different motivations behind saving and wealth accumulation among different people. Some people are referred to and seem to show up empirically in the data as target savers. They may have a particular goal that they're trying to achieve for whatever reason, and they can slow their rate of accumulation in response to a higher after-tax return. Can you
give me some description of what that demographic would be? Because I live in Hamlin County. I've been a farmer my whole life. I don't know of a farmer that would quit in the middle of harvest because they've reached their asset threshold, or a small business owner in Rapid City that would quit taking orders because they've finally reached what they wanted to reach in life. What demographic would just quit once they reach their threshold?
Well, a place where you see it in terms of labor supply is sometimes people choose to retire earlier when they've reached certain accumulations in terms of retirement assets. If they, for example, if they think if I have X, thousands of dollars from which I can buy an annuity that will pay me a stream of income over a period of years, and if they hit that X earlier, they may choose to retire earlier. Obviously, it's not the case with your constituents, and we were not trying to suggest in the report that that was uniform behavior. It's just that there's a mix of behaviors, and it makes it it's one of the things that makes it difficult to assess taxpayer behavior when we try to analyze legislation. In
that analysis, was your assumption made then that if the estate tax was fully repealed, it would disincentivize work?
No, we did not make that assumption at all.
Okay. One last question. I wanted to state for the. Oh, I'm out of time.